everybody, welcome to the Soulful Soul. My name is Gladys, and today I wanted to do a special reading around FOMO. And I'm kind of saying it with my tongue in my cheek because I was inspired by another tarot reader that I really, really love. And she said nothing about this, but she was talking about this feeling, she was guiding around being okay with being alone. And I really respect her for that. And I agree with her on that because especially with the ideas around the twin flame and having to have this ideal partner, it can cause so much damage for us. But what this thing did trigger for me, the reading, her name is NATO Soul Tarot, by the way. What it did trigger for me was this, what we call FOMO, and we say it in such a glib way, but actually fear of missing out, which is FOMO. It can be just that you don't like missing out, but it could also stem from deep feelings of otherness and of being rejected and of abandonment. And I don't know, that's what came to me, and I felt so deeply drawn to do a reading around this. So it's just going to be a quick reading, and I'm hoping that it's quick enough I can put it on Instagram and TikTok as well. But so I will just do a quick reading, and it will be in relation to this idea of FOMO, which I'm calling it that, but in fact it's much deeper than that. I think it's this idea of feeling abandoned or feeling left out or feeling isolated in some way. So you can choose from these three decks, but what I want to say to you is this is for your choice, but what I will do is draw from each of these decks for each of the readings. So the first group is the Black Tarot, and that's the Eight of Wands there. The second group is the Green Witch Tarot, and it has the Three of Pentacles at the top. And the third group is the One World Tarot, and has the Five of Cups at the top. So just look at the cards and see which one calls to you for whatever reason. Just go with your heart and go to that one. I will try to keep these readings short, as I said, and I hope they help you, and I would love your feedback. If you are watching this on YouTube, you can just go to the timestamps. If you're watching on TikTok, I will create a set of one of four. So the introduction will be number 1 of 4. This will be number 2 of 4. This will be number 3 of 4, and this will be number 4 of 4. And likewise with Instagram. Yeah. Okay, everybody, you will see your reading on the other side. Welcome back, Group 1. You chose the Black Tarot or the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands speaks about communication. So perhaps you are struggling with this is another thing that we do in the spiritual sector. We talk about things like they are truths when they are just opinions. And I feel very strongly about that. And one of those is this law of attraction and being able to manifest whatever you want to manifest. We live in a world with others. This is a fact, right? And we don't have unlimited power. In fact, that would be terrifying for one person to have unlimited power. It's a co-creation. I feel it's a co-creation thing. So you might be battling with manifesting something, creating something, what you think is maybe felt like an uphill battle. And with the Strength card, I think it's maybe making you question your own strength. Anyway, what I'm seeing here is a busy mind, and maybe too busy for your own good in some ways. You might be concerned with making money. Maybe you have the Strength card here. You may be a fire sign, but what it suggests to me is there's this lot of courage, working hard to create something, and maybe a feeling of being left out of finances. Your FOMO, it's not FOMO, it's just this feeling of being outside of the financial well-being and maybe that's what maybe makes you feel like you can't manifest whatever it is you want to manifest. Now, I just want to say as well, the other thing that we really do need to take into account is that the world we live in is not a fair world in many ways. And I'm not saying that to discourage you. What I'm saying is that the structures, they exist to support a few over many, So think about that before you put yourself down. But don't stop having this courage, because I do believe that our striving is not in vain. Don't let whatever's going on, whatever you're seeing around your finances discourage you. And in fact, with the standing stone here, which is the Hanged Man, I feel like you have strong guidance to look at this manifestation from a different perspective. And look at what you're doing and think about, am I doing something? Can I do something differently? It's just a feeling, Maybe I've been zigging, now I'm a zag. And maybe just do that, do something different, even if it's not related to this, just to get a different perspective. Let's see what advice we have. This is amazing, right? Especially these two. And I love the devil there, because the devil is part of who we are, our dark side, those things that we don't want to look at. Is such a wonderful and loving teacher, actually. Why I'm saying aha is this judgment thing for me is like doing a stock take. Doing a stock take about what this has made you feel, this feeling of not being inside, or feeling like no matter what you do, you are not able to turn the tables. Why do you feel like that? And also do it in a way that is very clinical. What have I done? What have I not done? What could I do differently? What do I still need to do? What has worked? What hasn't worked? And this thing that has worked, how can I build on that? This thing that hasn't worked, does it mean that it won't work in future, won't work now? Or is it something that I know for sure doesn't work? Just do like a stock take around that. But first, take time out. Take time out. And taking time out doesn't have to be costly. It doesn't have to even be meditating if you battle with that. Taking a walk is a powerful form of meditation and clearing the head. And then with the devil, there's some way you might be trapped in a certain kind of mindset. For some of you, you might be trapped in a situation, but maybe your lesson is looking at what you've learned out of that and what it could possibly hold for the future. Let me just get a couple more clarifiers for each of these. And you get the Emperor at the bottom. And the Emperor is about creating something solid. So I don't think you need to worry, really. So with the Seven of Coins, it can also speak about doing a bit of a stock take, It is about looking at things from a different perspective. It is about tending to your things, no matter what's going on. But in order to stay the course, because to me it feels like you're on your path, but sometimes you might be discouraged because you don't see the fruits of your labor. You continue to see you being outside of this abundance. But I feel like you've laid strong foundations. Just tend to them. Do the reflection work, because sometimes we might be being in a habit, like the devil can be about habits or addictions, doing a habit that's getting in the way. So do the stock take so you can see what's working for you, what is not working, what could work in the future, but maybe not now, what needs to be shelved, what needs to be added to, do that kind of just a deep inner reflection about it's not a deep inner reflection. It does require this inner reflection, but then just have this open mind about what you are doing, what you could do differently, what is working, and also patting on the back of what has worked. Because I feel like with the Magician in the reverse and with the Ace of Cups, which was in the reverse, right, you're not giving yourself enough credit. And maybe doing this judgment, this analysis, the stock take, will help you see what you have achieved as well, and how far you are on the road to your emperorhood, which is maybe your own business or your business. Maybe some of you have a business, but it being more established. And just keep on keeping on. I think that your message is very much about keep on keeping on and continue to be the strong person that you are. But in order to be the strong person that you are, to cut through stuff, to cut through red tape, to cut through banks or whatever it might be, you have to come from a place of inner strength. And your inner strength comes from doing that withdrawal, which can be in the form of taking walks. It can be in the form of sitting outside and just observing nature and letting nature wash over you. Let the energy of trees wash over you, of water wash over you in a conscious way. And it's about consciousness. It's about what we tell ourselves. It's about our mind energy, maybe I'm being unclear there, but so much of energy is about our own awareness and what we place, the meaning we place into things. So place meaning into, when you do this withdrawal, do it with meaning. When you use energy of nature, use it with meaning, and let it fill you. And take that into any negotiations, any discussions, your inner work, etc. And here's this other thing I feel here. Maybe your habit is one of just doing. I'm just going to get some more here. Here you are being guided to say, how do I turn around this energy or this addiction, this habit, this whatever, and make it into something that's self-loving? How do I turn something around it and make it a self-loving act? How do I replace it with a self-loving act? Let's say you smoke, right? And I'm not knocking smoking, but if you think about the cost of that, and maybe you're trying to save to something, you could do so much towards saving something for maybe. Let's say you've started a YouTube channel. That money in a couple of months could buy a tripod, or maybe you're a videographer and you need a tripod or one of those handhelds, like GoPros or whatever, just giving an example. So that's your quick message, group 1. I hope this has resonated for you. If not, check out the others and see. I haven't done them yet, and just want to show one more. 4 of Cups. Oh, and you get the King of Wands beneath that. Open yourself up. This inner work is important, but also open yourself up to offers, maybe offers of support on your journey. Offers of support, dear hearts. It doesn't mean that you're still not in charge of your own realm. We need support from others, and it could even be saying that you can delegate. You don't have to hold on too tight, and maybe that is your habit that you're needing to break. Okay, group 1, I hope this has helped you. I send you lots of love, and I would love your feedback. Bye. Welcome back, group 2. You chose the Greenwich Tarot, and your card at the top was the 3 of Coins, which talks about collaboration. And I will take that into account. Let's see. Okay. Let me think about this. So you have the Page of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the 2 of Coins. What I'm feeling here is this studying. Maybe you're a student, or maybe you are young or new in some area of work or exploration, and you're waiting for kind of like a breakthrough in something. Let me see. So I feel like group 2, you might be a giver. You've given a lot. And I feel like maybe you feel like that's not reciprocated. Especially maybe in love relationships, but even in friendships. You feel like, it feels to me like you've given a lot. But you've learned so much from that. And with the Father of Wands, I'm just going to get another here. Talk about have learned so much from that. Yeah, okay, I get what I'm seeing a little bit more now. Perhaps you have wanted people to see you. Oh, firstly, the one thing is you've learned so much from it. You've gained a lot of inner wisdom from whatever this giving is, you know. Maybe you're learning how to find balance in your giving, because I do feel like if we give from a broken space, we are not giving fully, you know. If we are giving for recognition, then we need to question our motives, or at least be aware of them, you know. We can't help sometimes. Sometimes that's what you need, you know. You need someone to say, hey, we see you. And maybe that's your thing, is not feeling seen, not feeling heard. But dear hearts, you have learned so much, and I think you need to acknowledge what inner wisdom you've gained from this beautiful heart that I sense here. Perhaps you have wanted to be seen as this, however you identify, but the feeling I get of the Father of Wands, like to be respected, to be seen as an authority, when actually what you've gained is wisdom, right? This is as powerful as that, right? Maybe even more so. You maybe want to be seen as Mars or Aries, right? But actually you are Athena. Think about that, dear hearts. The other message that I'm getting is you are learning from your heartbreak. You're getting the wisdom. Both these cards are about wisdom. Now, this is hidden wisdom, right? And this is conscious. It's out there. You have gained so much wisdom. And I think maybe you felt people don't see you this way, but they actually see you this way, dear hearts. It's very powerful. But you're also learning how to heal your own heart, and maybe that's another thing. You're learning how to help other people. This has taught you how to become strong and wise, so that so many things coming. Well, a couple of things. One is learning to be discerning about who or who should not be in your life, and what should or should not be in your life, but also how to really heal your heart, how to be conscious of this heart healing, because this is an ongoing process, isn't it? But you've learned something valuable, and I feel it's also you've learned how to help others do that, make a break from things that hurt them. Let me just look at this. Two of Coins, Daughter of Baskets, and Three of Swords. It is this overgiving, I feel, that has caused heartbreak for you. But it's also taught you so much. It's taught you so much. Let me use these for guidance. Why am I shuffling these? They were shuffled, you know. Five of Swords. Wow, the Queen of Swords comes up again. So definitely, you're learning two things. One, you've gained a whole lot of wisdom, and people are seeing that. And two, you are also learning to be discerning about who and what is not for you. And I feel like that's going to help you help others move from this place of overgiving to a place of where they look at this. I've never seen this in the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is about moving to a place of strife, to a place of harmony, to calmer waters, right? But look at the gift. She holds a gift. I think that's so powerful. Wow. And then, so that's powerful, and I'll come back to that. So you have the Five of Swords, talking about strife and feeling like you're constantly having to protect yourself. So that's where your outsiderness is, feeling like you're always giving, and you're not getting back. And so you felt this need to protect yourself, and with the Nine of Wands. But this is also the wounded warrior. And the wounded warrior doesn't come out of the war with nothing. They come with so much. They've learned strategy and tactics, and they've learned how to, they survived, right? So they've gained so much insight and wisdom. And so you're taking this, you are seeing the lessons, and you are moving to a place of more harmony. But not only that, I feel like you are this learning when you are ready, and you might be, because you get the Queen of Swords twice, is helping, will help you help others do this, moving from this place of Two of Coins, overgiving and just doing and heart open and whatever, to healing their hearts so that they can go to places where they can give with an open heart, but it's a beautiful giving, you know. So, dear hearts, your outsiderness has this purpose. It served this purpose of helping you heal something within yourself. And when, you know, I really do believe this. And that's why I don't just tell people that you are ready, you're a mind worker, you're a star seed. I don't know, I feel so much of that is just crap. And especially when we speak about it as truth, you know. And it's also why I don't pump people up, because I feel we do the inner work first, or else our work can cause more brokenness. We can foist ourselves on others. We can go and be activists, and we know nothing about people's conditions. And we can help heal other people, but we're not looking at the healing within. Do you know? And the more healed we are within, and I'm not saying we have to be, are we ever completely healed? But I feel like one of the most important tools of that inner healing is knowledge, self-knowledge. And it looks to me like that's where you are, or not are, because we are always doing it right, but you are conscious and you're aware, or you are fast moving to that place where you can also start supporting others. Take it as it fits for you, group 2, but I feel like this is just so beautiful. Oh, I just want to say, some of you are there where you are already doing that, but you're doing it from a conscious, aware space. And with this constantly to being the high priestess, or going to the high priestess and looking within and gaining more inner wisdom, so that whenever you offer is from this place of Athena, of being Athena, or Solomon if you prefer. Okay, group 2, I think that's a beautiful reading. I hope this has helped you. I would love to get your feedback, and I'll chat with you again soon. Bye. Whatever's going on, I feel there's a huge change coming about with the Death card there and Judgment. What I'm seeing here, you have felt torn maybe between two things, but you are gaining clarity. And there's this feeling from you, I get, of needing to compete, right? And that it's almost like, okay, we have to compete sometimes, you know, but it doesn't have to be a winning at all costs, because that's the thing that sometimes blocks you, I feel. You feel like in order to be seen, you need to show that you are the one at the top of the pack. Sorry if that sounds harsh. We all have our foibles, right? If this feels wrong for you, you know, it's wrong. But there's often deep inner, this feels to me like devil energy. I love the devil because I'm a Capricorn, and I think that we learn so much from our shadows. Jill Edwards, and I want to start talking a bit about Jill Edwards because she is one of my first teachers. And she said, not only are you the shadow that is dancing on the wall, but you are the hand that makes the shadow, and you are the light. I think that is so beautiful, and it came here. Please think about that. It's so deep, you know, and it makes me think of devil energy. So it's so powerful. But there's an ending coming here. Maybe you've had a realization. You know, with the Justice card, there is this realization. Maybe you've also felt like you've had to work hard to prove yourself, and you do it by competing. Something I feel is you are having a realization about that. And you are realizing something about balance. Maybe you are learning group 3. And there's a balance between, yes, sometimes we have to compete, but it doesn't have to be winner take all. It can be, okay, I'm the best person for this. Not I have to hurt, harm, conquer in order to be seen. And you're learning to find a more fair way, a more balanced way of, the blindfolds are coming off, I feel. You know, you're not having to feel like the swords are up all the time. You are taking a more justice approach, a balance, a Libran approach to, hey, let's weigh things up here. Let's do things in a way where we can all win, you know. And I think that you're in the process of, you've had some kind of realization about that. And maybe it is that you've realized that that's what keeps you on the outside, you know. Let's see. So, I love this, right? There's the balance coming about because you're trying to be more fair in the world, walk more kindly in the world to yourself and towards others, that you don't have to constantly feel like you've got to. And I get this. I understand life might condition us, or we might feel never heard, and so we always want to compete. But you're kind of learning the folly of the ways. They're not working for you, group 3. You know, it doesn't always have to be like that. And you're finding this balance is healing you. It's healing you. It's bringing out the Queen of Coins in you. And the Queen of Coins can be generous because the Queen of Coins is confident within themselves. So you're moving yourself to this place where you're seeing that my having doesn't have to be at the expense of others. There's something about that going on here. And you know, you get the Temperance card, which is about this balance. Here she's doing this, she's turning base metal into gold. She's being the alchemist. And for you, I feel this alchemy, you are being the alchemist of you. You are changing this mindset, you know, that in order to be inside, I have to constantly fight and prove myself. That's a hard thing to have to do all the time, but there's this huge transformation taking place. And here you are learning from that. I want to get some clarifiers for those. And with the 9 of Wands, this is the wounded warrior, but here the person is kind of like a bit being protective. So I would say just guard against that. Maybe your balance is in protecting what's yours while still being open and hearing others, you know, hearing others' views and others' experiences. And let me see. I'm particularly interested in the Tower, this Judgment, and this. Okay, and you get the 9 of Coins at the bottom. You know, this is, and especially in this one, talk about having all the wealth, but having no love and joy and happiness. So think about that, you know, like you can compete with people and push people away because of your own fears or because of your own insecurities and feeling like there's not enough to go around. And I get that. Where you come from can tell you that, you know. Let me see. I think that your guidance here is to be more discerning and be more self-full. That's what I mean by the self-full soul. Being self-full means finding that balance at a basic level. It's about finding the balance between overgiving and undergiving, overdoing and underdoing. I feel in your case, you've felt that you've constantly had to fight for your place, and you're learning that your answer is from finding what makes you happy, what makes you whole. so that you can give and take from this place of knowing when it's the time to do so. That you don't have to be fighting all the time for your place in the world, and you can find that balance. I think you are becoming this more balanced person, and that's what your guidance is, to become this more self-full soul, this person who is willing to look within, willing to get to know themselves. These are powerful messages. I really did feel guided to do this, but we are all at different places, or having different experiences. Obviously, I'm saying something obvious. There is an ending around something that has been unclear, maybe where you've judged situations and judged yourself. You're moving away from that now to getting to know yourself, getting to know what makes you this, what makes you sing, and how do you do that in a balanced way where you are taking care of your needs, but it doesn't have to be robbing other people of theirs, of what they have. It doesn't have to be at the expense of beautiful relationships. And here you are, but wary. So maybe you are just going to have to constantly watch for that, because old habits die hard, But you also have this beautiful offer. I feel there's another message here, that you are releasing this release. First, this acknowledgement, then consciously releasing that behavior, or doing something to help you release that behavior. But like I said, old habits but die hard. But sometimes it's even in our intention. And I'm seeing this like as an offering. Maybe do a ritual and offer this habit up to Spirit, this habit of feeling like, or this feeling of always having to compete, because that also comes from a space of hurt. And this release, I feel what is being said here is it's helping, it's bringing in something beautiful and new and powerful and really solid towards you, that really gives you the sense of independence. And I go back to Natal Soul now, what you were saying about being our own, being okay on our own. And it's that, being okay on our own, but I think for you, it's being okay on your own, but having more healthy relationships with other people that don't have to be based on a constant feeling like you need to compete. I'm going to get one more for you, group 3. I hope I'm not gone. This is for me, you getting to know yourself, because I feel there's you can't help being this person that wants to do things, You don't have to curtail that. That's your nature, it feels like to me. But you can do that. You can still be a doer. Go for it, do your things. But it doesn't have to be at the expense of healthy relationships, especially the relationship with yourself. Okay, group 3, I hope this has helped you. I would love your feedback, and I send you lots of love. Bye.